on the next episode of Dudes Brewing.
And then now
it's in a song, and it's your voice. So
saying it.
And so people can come for you, and you can be like, "Well, that's not me." Well, it sounds like you.
You know, and what's interesting about what you're pointing out is that the first time I would say I started to hear AI voices, and a lot of people started suspecting of an AI voice, was when the BBC and Vice decided to release those voice notes from Andrew Tate.
Oh yeah.
I knew it was coming. I absolutely knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this at the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. Because first you get canceled, then they make up a reason to put you in jail, and if that fails, they kill you.
We're back with breaking news out of Romania, where disgraced influencer Andrew Tate has been indicted and will face charges of human trafficking and forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women.
He is a deeply controversial online influencer.
When I talk about the Matrix, I'm talking about the systems which have been created by society, which are deliberately designed to enslave.
Who has been taken off multiple platforms, including Facebook and Instagram, for promoting hate speech and misogynistic commentary.
In the movie, the Matrix were used for our body heat, but here in this Matrix, we're used for our efforts and our energies. And you're existing inside of a system which is deliberately rigged to make the rich richer and for the poor to stay poor.
And everyone looked at it and they said, there's something off with his voice inflection.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound quite right. And that was only maybe like...
It's like 3 words.
And that was maybe 5 months ago.
Yeah.
A clip from Andrew talking, right? So I wanted to play that clip and then play the audio again. Because to me personally, bro, it sounds like someone put AI and they thought what he was going to say, and they just said it. His accent, his fluctuations, it's weird, bro.
An apple a day keeps a doctor away. Fresh and fit each day. I don't know what it does, but you need to be there.
Crystal clear, right? Now, play the audio.
The more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it.
What the fuck is that?
It wasn't like a big sentence.
No. It was full voice notes.
Yeah.
But it was like I'm just saying, it was like time wise, it was 5 months ago.
Yeah.
That happened. So it was like 6 or 7 voice notes that couldn't be verified. We couldn't verify whether that was actually his voice or not. They would show a screenshot of what looked like supposedly a WhatsApp conversation. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It wasn't the other person's text in those texts. It was Andrew's text. So you couldn't gauge like the context
of the conversation.
The context of the conversation of what was actually going on, what was the flow of the conversation, what was the humor of it to lead up to something he may or may not have said. But when it came down also to these voice notes that were supposedly from this WhatsApp chat, people were hearing his voice inflection and were like, that's not Andrew. So they had an AI music specialist that came in and played Andrew's voice and said, this is how his real inflection is. And then played the other one and he said, that's AI. He just played it and you could see the wavelength going across. So
we're about to do an analyzation of this Andrew Tate audio that Vice released. I did some research and this person did a study about fake audio detection. And what they said was that the computer-generated voice typically was missing his top end. This is the regular Tate right here.
I mean, you're so, Andrew, you know what? You're so rich, but you're smart and you're actually very intelligent.
Now, let's listen to the audio that Vice produced.
Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I loved how much you hated it. I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet.
This is what can...
And you hear when the Vice audio comes in? See all the top end?
Let me show you how easy it is to fool you. An 8-year-old could do it on his phone, making him the smartest top G on the planet. Are you ready? I wonder how people will react to this, just how easily they can convince you of nonsense. If you don't stand up, next time it could be you. Andrew and Tristan would never delete themselves. I'm one of the most dangerous men on this planet. Sometimes you forget how lucky you are. This is a deep fake. Share and like this video to piss off the Matrix and wake people up. Also, some wouldn't hurt. I need money for a Bugatti. Stay woke. I don't know if they're guilty or not, but being an arsehole is not a crime. What is a crime? It's planting fake evidence to imprison someone you don't agree with. Now that you know how easily this can be fabricated, are you going to look at this emotionally or logically? I love Brittany Renner.
I think we're done.
Unmatched perspicacity. And I was
I'm going to put a suit on and do this formally, but I think it's better if I do this informally. Highlighting some of the things that everybody already knows about how the Matrix operates and what they're trying to do to me and what I believe is going to happen next. It's quite interesting that they are attacking me and attempting to vilify me at the exact same time, whereas real predators, which work for the media establishment, are being ousted. So it's really interesting to do a juxtaposition and do a comparison, right, between how they will treat Philip Schofield, who is confirmed as a groomer, who is admitting he has committed sexual crimes, and how they'll treat me, a man with no convictions and no admission of sexual crimes. Look at the differences in the headlines. Look at how soft they are in their interviews with him.
You've had quite the week. How are you?
Look at how now, after only 2 or 3 days, the headlines are saying we should forgive him and feel sorry for him and let him off. Whereas me, who's been under constant media assault for over a year, they never let up. They never change. Someone sent me a clip yesterday of Philip Schofield saying he's going to kill himself and how sad he is.
Last week, if my daughters hadn't been there, then I wouldn't be here.
Why do they keep pushing me? Why do they keep pushing me, playing the sympathy card? And all the headlines are now like, yeah, we can't keep attacking this poor man. For 1 year they've attacked me, and they will not stop. And this highlights the difference between the people who are on the side of the establishment and the people who are not on the side of the establishment. I've been offered to sell my soul very many times. I want everyone at home to understand, you do not become the most Googled man on earth, especially amongst a demographic of young men which have money to spend, without very large companies and corporations becoming extremely interested in you. I've been offered $50 to $60 million by companies I'm not going to name. All I had to do was shut up. Shut up, take the money, wear the stupid hat, wave around the stupid drink, whatever it is, and continue to agree with whatever the Matrix says, regardless of my own personal feelings, my personal views and beliefs, and just push it on the minds of young children. Did they do this to Philip Schofield? No. Where was the BBC's outrage when Rolf Harris or Jimmy Savile were touching children? They don't care. Where's the BBC's outrage when certain other people, high level in society, members of the royal family, are caught having pictures with minors? They don't care. But they will continue to try and convince you that I am something I am not, on repeat, over and over and over again. These people are worse than disingenuous. They are worse than simply liars. They are evil. They are a club. And if you sell your soul and join the club, they offer you protection. And if you don't, they aim to destroy you, which is what they're trying to do to me.
Hey guys, if you want to watch more clips, click here.
And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here.